everyone, welcome back to my channel. I'm Andrea. It's nice to have you guys here. So by the time you're watching this, even by the time I'm filming this, it's January. It is the new year. But I don't know about you guys, but I am still very much in that reflective phase of the new year. I feel like everyone talks about the time between Christmas and New Year's as a kind of limbo space. But for me, I think partly because, as regular viewers know, I'm a full-time writing instructor at a university, so I'm kind of on an academic schedule, so I still have one more week of winter break. So this week is also still kind of a limbo stage. Plus, I've never been someone who January 1, new year, new life, new me, starting fresh. Like, I have to ease into a new year. So we're still in that easing in process, as you can tell from the tree up behind me. As I'm filming this, it's only January 3rd, so it's still not that far into New Year's. So the Christmas decor is still up. I'm still feeling very festive. Got a nice hot mug of hot chocolate, and yeah, we're easing into the new year. And part of easing into the new year is also gently letting go of the old year. 2022 was not bad. It really wasn't. It had its moments, but overall it wasn't bad, as evidenced by what you will watch in a few moments. So this is my annual 1 second every day video. I look forward to this so much. Like, as December approaches and I'm down to filling in the last month of my 1 second clips, I get so excited to watch back the whole year. And I have watched back the whole year prior to filming this, but I wanted to sit down and film a little bit of an intro. I will still be doing a video related to my year compass and my kind of 2022 reflections, 2023 intentions. I'll still be doing a video about that, as well as probably a video separately from that one about my publishing plans and writing plans for the year. I feel like that warrants its own video. So you can expect some more kind of planning and intentions and goals and things like that type of videos coming over the next week probably. But I wanted to film a separate intro to the 1 second every day. So I did it this way last year. In previous years, I think I've just thrown it into the end of my New Year's Eve vlog. This year, the New Year's Eve vlog was also part of the Twixtmas vlog, and it just felt like that was already really long. I think it capped out at like 46 minutes. So I thought I'd do a separate kind of chatty sit-down video, mostly reflecting on what you're about to watch and my thoughts on my 1 second, my 365 seconds of this year, or of last year, essentially. So for those who don't know what 1 second every day is, it's an app that you can download. I've been using the free version. So as I said last year, this isn't sponsored. I've been using this app now for, I think I may have started in 2015. No, I think I got like the last few months of 2015, and I think 2016 may have been the first year that I did it every single day. But basically, it's an app that you can download. You every day pick a 1 second video clip. You can also use photos, and so every day you just select a video and choose 1 second from that video, which is really fun to kind of figure out like what 1 second from that day you're going to capture and keep for the video. And then you can do mashups of a whole month. So 1 second for every day of 1 month. You could do 1 second of like a 2-week holiday that you go on. You can choose which seconds you want to mash up in one like longer video. And then the most popular, as you'll probably, there's quite a few people who put these up on YouTube, you'll see a 1 second every day of the whole year. And so that's what I've done today. And there were a few things that I kind of wanted to just chat about briefly before I play the whole 1 second everyday video. As I was looking back through it, because I rewatched this video, like what I'm filming now, I rewatched this version from last year and the 1 second every day from last year, from 2021, and then watched my 1 second every day from 2022. And it's funny how it's so easy to not really notice the progress that we make from one week to the next, from one month to the next, even from the beginning of the year to the end of the year, like, you can look back, and it's really not until you look back and really focus on what kind of progress you've made that you'll see it, because sometimes it's really subtle. You definitely saw that throughout my 2021 year. As I talked about in last year's video, the 2021 starts out with lots of clips of me working and writing, and it's very kind of productivity focused, and then by the end of the year it's cozier and it's calmer and it's more relaxing. And I'm really, really proud of myself that this year I feel like there's a nice mix, as you'll see. So throughout the whole year there's lots of rest, but also lots of work. You know, there's days on campus, there's me writing, there's my writing progress in Scrivener, there's working on NaNoWriMo, whether it was Camp Nano in April and July or Official Nano in November. Like, I made a lot of progress on work stuff, but I also went for so many walks and I read so many books, as I'll talk about in an upcoming video when I talk about my reading challenge. I read 103 books last year. Like, it's just incredible how much I read. So there's tons of reading, and there's lots of coziness. That was the other thing I noticed. My words for 2022 were cozy, like the mug, and magical. Cozy and magical. Those were my two words. And I feel like if you watch my 1 second every day with those two words in mind, you really do see, or at least I saw, that coming through. I saw how cozy last year was, and I saw and remembered, like, the magical part might be more noticeable to me because I remember how I felt in some of the clips, but like, I was just so much more conscious of finding those little moments of magic, whether it was a gorgeous hike in January and February and enjoying the last bits of winter, or when the weather started to turn and spring arrived. Spring is so fleeting but so magical here in the desert, and the whole of Palo Verde season, which only lasts like about a month, where the Palo Verdes are like fully in bloom and absolutely gorgeous. It's probably even less than a month. It's probably a month of them starting to bloom, then being in full bloom, and then starting to drop their blooms. And like, even when they drop their blooms, it's then just this carpet of yellow as you're walking around the neighborhoods. And so like, that was absolutely magical. And then peony season in June and bits of July was just incredible. I also noticed how cozy and magical the summer was, and that felt huge to me as I was watching the video back, because I knew, like, I usually like completely block out summer once winter arrives, but I feel like this summer, or last summer now, really wasn't that bad. It was hot, don't get me wrong. It was hot. It was super hot. I mean, it wasn't the hottest summer we've ever had, but it was still above 100 degrees, above 40 degrees Celsius for most of the summer. It was still really hot, but we had the occasional time where it did cool down a little bit. We had more of a monsoon. I would know I was able to go for a walk in June and in August, which usually never happens. I'm usually completely housebound as far as like exercise goes from like end of April, beginning of May until October. So to get to go out for those 2 walks just made such a huge difference. But I also made the apartment just so super, super cozy and relaxing and calm. I really focused on reading and writing my novels. The summer was great because Brave Together came out in April, and so by May I wasn't frantically getting ready to publish a book, because then the next book launch wasn't until October, late October. So for those 3 months of the summer, of summer break from work, I was truly just, I was working and I was busy and I was productive, but I was not stressed, I felt like. And I was really leaning into the magic of kind of just a cozy summer hibernation, and I'm gonna try to like use that mentality and that mindset going into this summer, because I really do think it made a huge difference to just treat the Arizona summer almost as an indoor winter. So here in Arizona we get a lovely outdoor winter where it's cold-ish, but it's not freezing, and you can go out for hikes, you can go out for walks, and it's amazing, and you can have your windows open, and it's lovely. But it's still Christmassy, and it's festive, and all of that stuff. So it still feels like winter to me, like that's what I'm used to winter being. But summer is when I can kind of really just close the blinds, block out the sun, turn down the lights, turn on the fairy lights, all the battery operated candles, playing super cozy music, and just really treating it like I was in a cabin on Svalbard during the polar night throughout the summer. Like that was really just how I treated summer for most of the time. Like obviously I still had to go out and do my grocery shopping, and I still went over to my parents' house and stuff like that. But if I was just having a day here at home, I think the thing I remember the most, like that was the most helpful during the summer, was in particular doing all of that, like closing the blinds, putting up the sun blockers in my window. Really blocking out that light allowed me to feel like I was writing at night, and just having this really super cozy, kind of dark writing environment. And like I'm someone who would love to write at night, but I can't write at night because it just gets my brain going too much, and then I can't sleep. So it was, I had had the feeling throughout the summer, and as fall finally arrived and like I was feeling like, okay, I survived another summer in Phoenix, I had the feeling that it didn't seem like it was as bad. So it was very interesting for me to watch back the 1 second every day and see that like visually the clips kind of back that up. There were a lot of days where just the clip from that day just looks so relaxing and so cozy and so magical during a time of year that I'm just so used to struggling and being really caught in the grips of seasonal depressions. So I had felt like it wasn't as bad this summer, and the clips really kind of back that up. And so it was a good experience to learn that, because I know that now going forward. The other thing I really noticed, and I think this will be the last thing to kind of wrap it up with, is how much the seasons kind of play in to the video. I feel like I can see winter, spring, summer, fall, Christmas. For me, there's 5 seasons. Fall goes straight into Christmas season, and then winter is this magical time between Christmas and spring arriving. And I can see all 5 of those seasons in the video, and I can see them kind of transition from one into the other as my home decor changes, as the environment outside changes from, you know, the trees getting their leaves back, and then the Palo Verdes blooming, and then the Palo Verdes dropping, and then a lot more indoor clips during the summer because I wasn't going out very much, and then starting to go outside again, and then the Christmas the fall decorations coming up, and then the Christmas decorations coming up. So I can really see the seasons play out. And as someone who really needs the 4 seasons, that was really interesting to watch and to be able to see. That's something else that going into this year, I kind of know I want to make sure that I'm really recognizing and honoring and celebrating the seasons and the seasons passing. I do think that the equinoxes and the solstices this year are going to be a lot more important to me, and I'm going to do more to mark those and to mark the passing of time throughout the year, because the seasons are super, super important to me. And I think that was another thing that really impacted my mood last year. So yeah, it was interesting watching back. I'm curious to know, I think our question of this video, I'd love to know, is there a 1 second, you know, obviously it might be more than 1 single second, but if you had to take a video of one moment in time, one moment from 2022, and condense that down to 1 second, what is the 1 second that stands out the most for you from 2022? I'd love to know. For me, I think it was any one of my hiking seconds. And I know that's a bit of a cop-out answer because it's multiple things, but for me, the thing I think, and if you want to choose a similar answer for yourself, you can, but for me, I think it really was all of the hiking I did in 2023 at the very beginning of the year and at the end of the year. And I kind of love how the hiking season bookends the year. When I look at my 1 second everyday video, there's a lot of hiking clips in the beginning of the video and there's a lot of hiking clips at the end of the video. And hiking for me was something that was just so magical for so many reasons for me in 2022, and I'm looking forward to that again in 2023. So I'd love to know what would be your favorite second of 2022 for your own life. But I'd also love to know, after you watch the video that I'll start playing in a moment, are there any seconds that stand out to you that you remember? There will be some things that you didn't see that never made it into a vlog, but then there'll be a lot of clips that are from vlogs. They're from the same clips that I used in a vlog. So I think for people who've been watching the vlogs throughout the year, whether you started at the beginning of the year or the end of the year, there will be clips that you recognize and maybe remember. So I'd love to know if there's anything that you do remember as you watch the video. Or if you were a brand new vlog watcher this year, does the 1 second everyday video jog your memory of when you joined us here on this channel and when you started joining us in the vlogs? I'd love to know. So let's just chat some of our favorite memories in 2022. So yeah, if you enjoy this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe if you're not subscribed. So yeah, I think that ends my rambly introduction slash chat slash reflections prior to rolling the 1 second everyday video. Thank you everyone, whether you joined this channel and started following along towards the very end of 2022 or you joined at the very beginning, or if this is your second or third or more year that you've been hanging out here with me and supporting me in this channel. Thank you to all of you. You are what makes YouTube worth doing. You all are a huge part of why I do this and why I've been doing YouTube since 2016. So thank you for following me and supporting me for another year. And now, without any further ado, let's just roll back and relive the 2022 vlogs, which is basically what this is, reliving the 2022 vlogs one last time in 1 second every day. trying to push through.
Please have fit.
For anyone who sort of
They look very cute.
See you next time.
Yeah.